Folks, another quick video from DaddyRabbit. I'm running to the big city today. Thought I'd put up some content. Let's see here. That's it. So, last I heard, what the hell do I know? But the last I heard, Russia had warships off the coast of Cuba, nuclear submarines and all that. Well, I'm going to say this, and everybody, this is my opinion. It's worth about 2 cents. That's all it's worth. What the hell do I know? We are not getting into a nuclear conflict. Everybody keeps saying, oh my God. Ain't nobody going to shoot a nuke. They're not going to. Then I hear, the new digital currency will get announced in October. What else? They're going to the new China and Russia, and everybody's going to the new currency. Now, that might happen. But I still don't think so. Because we are a key role player in the world. China needs to make money off of us. They do something ignorant, and nobody buys Chinese stuff because everybody will be mad. China will lose money. Now, Russia, on the other hand, well, I'll just be honest. What I see happening is our boy goes back into office. The war in Ukraine will stop pretty much immediately. What the hell? We got 4 months. Russia can hold out 4 months to wait on the big house to change power. Everybody wants our guy in office because all the countries know they'll make more money. Nobody's going to do anything to upset the balance. Nobody. Because when it comes to money, and we're talking about billions of dollars, nobody's going to rock that boat. Nobody. Now, they might sit out there and rattle sabers and all that, but ain't nobody going to shoot a nuke. It's not going to happen. Now, granted, should you prepare? Yes. Should you put all your eggs in one basket? No. Would I be keeping my money in a bank? No. I would not put my money in the bank. Now, will they zero out the dollar? They'll try. But so many states have already got together and said, hey, if they zero out the dollar, we need to have our own currency. So, our people don't starve to death. Tennessee, Texas, and I forget who else has got their own currency laying back, waiting for that to happen, if that was to happen. That's what I understand. I could be wrong, but that's what I was told. Or that's what I heard somewhere. So everybody, you should keep prepping, Lord, yeah, but, that's a lifestyle. But all this other stuff, look, if we get nuked, there's nothing I can do about it, you can do about it, unless you're a multi-millionaire and got a bunker and got, 10 years worth of food put down in a hole and, and all that. And, oh well. Now, what I do see happening and what I do believe is happening is you got guys like Bill Gates and all these other jackwagons. They're trying to, block out the sun, make the earth cooler, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you something. That's the problem. When you start dropping the earth's temperature, things will not grow correctly. You will starve. Them buying up farmland and doing away with cattle and chickens and farmland, yeah, they're going to try to starve us to death. And then by 25, what I understand, all new automobiles have to have a kill switch in them. Why would they put a kill switch in them? Then they can limit where you go, what you can do. All these electric cars that they're wanting to introduce will have kill switches in them. That's, listen, if I want to drive across America and I got the money It's nobody's business where I go. Nobody's business where you go. But, there's an older gentleman on social media, and I cannot think of his name, but he goes by Savage Sultan, I think it is. And he said something the other day on his podcast that made so much sense. And he's talking about the American people. All these movies where there's an underdog, everybody sides with them in the movies. The Matrix, what other movies? V for Vendetta and all this. And he's like, all you people will side with the underdog, but when it comes to real life, you do nothing. And that's a fact. We're in the school zone. People do nothing. They just lay back and go, well, I guess, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Well, man, school's already back in? I had no idea. I guess it is. But people are lazy. People in America are lazy. Man, they're lazy. I'm lazy. But I've said so much, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go? Everybody talks about watering that tree of liberty. Well, somebody's got to do it, but it's got to be all of us this time around. Not 3%, not the 3%ers, all of us. We got to be willing to throw down. And, like right now, we're being quiet for, they want us to stay quiet. So the crazies can act a fool. Well, it's time for us to act a fool. And, and I do believe in the vote, but at some point, voting isn't enough. Especially when they're fixing elections and doing all this crazy stuff. And they got, all it is socialism. I mean, the bottom line, they're going to take your guns and they're going to take your cars, your pickup trucks, and you're going to watch on TV what they want you to watch, and you're going to bow down to daddy. And I'm just telling you, folks, all the stuff that they keep, putting on TV, nuclear war, we're going to have a nuclear war. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry. The only way we're going to have a nuclear war is if we invade Russia. And we're not going to do that. We are not going to put boots on the ground inside the USSR. It's not going to happen, period. A, we don't have the manpower for that. And two, we ain't ignorant. That'd be like somebody trying to invade the United States. You invade the United States. I would say at that point, people would get off their asses and do something, Maybe not the West Coast. And maybe not in the New York or Chicago area. They might not do nothing. But everywhere else, we'd throw down. But there is some bad stuff coming. When they announce change, the world changes currency, it'll be bad. And if you don't have food put away, and I don't mean 3 months worth of food, you better put a cow in the freezer and a couple pigs, and you better have your ducks in a row, or you're going to starve to death, or you're going to have to get down on your knees and beg daddy to take care of you, and daddy's not going to take care of you. I'm just, it ain't going to happen. If you're waiting on the federal government or the state government to come help you, you're definitely shit out of luck. It's not going to happen. Instead of working 40 hours a week, you better be bumping it up to 70 and 80 hours a week. And as bad as that sucks, and it does suck, you best be doing it. And, there's no way around it. And get your money out of the bank. You better get it out of the bank right now. You don't want to tank the economy, but I'd be pulling every penny out that I had. And that's just the way it is. But all this laying back and waiting, and I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Well, then you're a fool. You're an absolute fool. If you have not, got things in order, you're going to be out prostituting yourself shortly. And I hate to say that, but that's the truth. There's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a lot of starvation. And then they're going to have you right where they want you. But as far as the nuclear war and all that, don't sweat that silliness. If it happens, there's nothing or nowhere for you to go, and you're just going to die, period. But the reason I say it's not going to happen, the powers to be have got so many plans, to chip everybody, and I think by 2027 or 2030, they don't want you to own property. They want everybody to be renters. So you'll be living in government housing. They're looking to do the whole country that way. Well, you can't do that if you get nuked. There'll be no power to be because the infrastructure will be destroyed. So they're not going to do that. Zero out the dollar, yeah, they can do that and still stay in power. So, you best get your head out of your ass and get squared away, because if you don't, Lord have mercy, you're going to be screwed. And that includes me. There's some people out here very well prepared, started preparing 20, 25, 30 years ago. And like I started, 10 or 12 years ago, and I'm nowhere near where I need to be. I promise you that. And for all you lone wolves, I hope that you got a bicycle so you can travel. Because if you think you're going to stay all bunkered up by yourself and all that stuff, you are sadly mistaken. It is not going to happen. And somebody will murk you in a heartbeat and take your goodies. I've even heard, I heard a SWAT cop, a SWAT cop say, when shit goes sideways, I'll just go get what I want from whoever I want. And in the back of my mind, I thought, well, I'm glad he said that, because shit goes sideways. First time I see him, that'll be the end of him. But outside of that, there's plenty of people out there think that I'll just go take what I want. I don't care. These people don't deserve whatever. I'll just go, murk them. Oh well. And the sad part is, when this all starts, it won't be that anybody necessarily hates you. They'll be starving. And when people start starving, they get crazy. So, but y'all do what y'all want. But I want to get on here and talk about it. Leaders of nations and bullies on the playground, it's all the same thing. They all want to stand up there and puff out their chest and talk shit. But very rarely do you find that, the quiet people, they're the ones you got to worry about. There's plenty of other stuff in the world, like right now, what is it? Israel's going after, Iran or Iran. I know in the Bible it says we're supposed to back them, but if they want to go knocking on Iran's door, they can go by themselves. I think we need to mind our own business, and get out of the taking care of everybody thing. And but right now we got to get rid of the dead weight in our country. Get rid of I can't say that. The dumbasses, the liars, the drunks, the prostitutes, the pedos. We need to get rid of all that and clean house. Clean the big house out. Drain that swamp till it's a desert. And then rebuild our house and then move forward. But I'm not running for president, so what the hell do I know? I'm going ahead. I hate roundabouts. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here, throw out my 2 cents since I was going to have time on the road. I hope all of you have a blessed day. And I'm going to stop talking and just let this video roll and let y'all enjoy the drive. And y'all take care. And when I have something else to talk about, I will post content. Love y'all.